Yeah, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Ryan. Sorry, I tried to go live a few minutes ago, and I think my bit rate was too high or something. I don't know. It kept saying the player wasn't working on Twitch and Kick, so I had to end the stream and go back and adjust my bit rate down a smidge. And it seems like everything's working just fine right now. Okay, so I have been a while since I've streamed. I've been upgrading my setup a little bit. I got a free monitor from FiOS, as you may have noticed on X if you follow me on X. It's a 43-inch monitor that does 4K. I thought it was going to be a 32-inch monitor, which would fit my space a bit better, but not going to complain. It should be in 2K. Right now it says my output's 1080p, but I think that's because my Streamlabs is on my 1080p monitor. I'm not sure, but I am gaming in 2K. I don't know if it'll save that way or not, but we'll find out. All right, so like I said, my plan today is just to go for whisper caches since there's an event going where you can basically get a free whisper cache every time you could go collect one. Of course, my controller is being weird now. Awesome. Here because my headphones are not participating. Actually, I think they just died. All right, stand by one, guys. Sorry, technical difficulties, right? It's okay. Got this bad boy here. We'll just have to use the new setup and everything. First time trying it, so let's turn this down a smidge. Okay. So like I said, the plan today is just to run around collecting whisper caches and just trying to maximize the double cache event. All right, so let's just get to it. I was playing in a party. My son's starting to play Diablo, and for whatever reason, this quest popped up saying that I have to complete this quest to get a mount, which I already have mounts unlocked, so I'm not sure. Oh, because I forgot to adjust my difficulty. So let's just go to Kyoshavad. That's why I'm an expert right now. Normally I hang out in Torment 3, so let's go change the difficulty, and then we'll get busy. All right, now we're in Torment 3. For whatever reason, that quest is still showing up for mounts, so that's exciting. All right, now we got to find a zone. Oh, there's one right here, so let's just get busy with it then. Oh, let's go over my build. I don't think I've streamed since this season 9 started. I got a bag of obols. Nice. Let's just get rid of that real quick. All right, so I am rocking a modified Balazan's build, modified Balazan Quill Volley. So we have our 2GA Doomcast. We have thorns on it, and a temper for thorns, or total armor. Or, if you believe it or not, I actually got this from the Purveyor of Curiosities, this 3GA here. Again, and more thorns. This generates 9 resolve, so you're pretty much max resolve at all times. We got some vulnerable damage here. Tempers for barrier and poison resistance. Actually, sorry, knock down enemies. Here's my Balazans, a 1GA. Pretty decent roll, that +5 to Bastion. Bastion basically scales your thorns, like your resting thorn state. I think my Bastion's up to like +10 now from gear. So this is a pretty solid because also with your thorns, you could have potentially up to 300% poisoning damage added as well.
So that's huge. I got my Yen's Blessing. Resistances right now are not maxed. My Lightning and Cold are not maxed in Torment 3, so got to kind of keep an eyeball out. I run incenses to up my resistances, though, so it kind of doesn't really matter so much right now. I'm sitting right at 1,000 armor, too, so plus my aspect here, you gain 0.7 increased armor for 4 seconds when you deal damage, stacking up to 43%. So that helps. So it doesn't really matter what my armor rating's at because it scales when I start fighting anyway. And so now I go to our weapon here. I have the Quill Volley. I forget what the aspect's called, but I think it's called Rebounding Aspect, where they come back at a certain distance. Hits them for 110 damage both ways. So basically, you're doing 220% damage extra. Got my Wound Drinker, +5 to Toxic Skin. That's constant poison. So if you're running a Balazan build, you might want to consider running a Wound Drinker because it gives you thorns and a percentage damage to enemies. And I just happened to get a crit on that and the Toxic Skin. So the deal here is you deal thorns and you gain vigor. With Quill Volley, you're burning through vigor pretty quickly if you're just spamming it up next to enemies. So this helps you regen vigor every time you deal thorns damage. Um, okay, so we have the midday hunt. Also, max vigor by 50%. Killing an enemy grants you 5 vigor. So, and this also, while you have ferocity through the hunter, your ultimate, your poisoning effects deal 33% across the normal duration. So it reduces the time your poison's applied. Basically, it pushes the poison a lot faster. Um, and then I have my 2GA here. I chose the imprint that slows enemies because it's a status effect. So, and you're dealing more damage to slowed enemies, also, plus all the vulnerability and all this other stuff. So, all right, enough yapping. Let's get smashing. Let me run my elixirs. I run 50 and Thorns 250. I run Thorns 400 for my defensive incense usually, but I have this just in case I need it. I run this, Soothing Spices, and I run Spiral Morning also. So as you can see, that just boosted my armor by 245, and then it'll scale from there also once I start attacking. Okay, like I said, enough jibber jabber, but since this is my first stream of the season, I figured I'd take the time and go through my build a little bit. Everyone seems to have an issue with the Balzan builds, but I'm just been tinkering and I've been crushing. And like I said, I'm in Torment 3, and also my glyphs are all level 30. I haven't really leveled my glyphs at all because, like I said, I don't know if I mentioned it in this one. I mentioned the last one that I had to close. My son recently started playing Diablo 4, so I'm trying to save doing the pit and stuff like that. We just recently, yesterday, as a matter of fact, finished the initial story. So now we're just trying to get him up to 60 so we can do all the end game stuff. So that's why my glyphs are only level 30. But even still, my glyphs at level 30, I'm absolutely crushing Torment 3. I'm not going up quite yet to Torment 4 because my resistances are going to go down even further. And that's kind of where I'm nervous about it a little. So, once I start leveling my glyphs, it really shouldn't matter as much. Oh, it's locked. I did not see that. You see, I'm just melting these elites. Let's take a peek at my thorns damage because it goes up with barrier. Let's see. I still have barrier. Where is it? Oh, I think I passed it. Thorns 8,333. Not bad for not having a razor plate. I have the catalyst I'm using, disintegrating ray or whatever. And I think I have it where it can execute enemies also, and it destroys barriers, and I think also as another augment. So it naturally takes care of the suppressor enemy types. Let's take a peek real quick. So I'm running Thunder's Particle. Suppressor is that feature. Potent Alloy. Catalyst destroys enemy barriers, knocks down for 5 seconds. I have a lot of augments that do damage to knock down enemies. Unstoppable for 5 seconds when you invoke it, and then it allows you to execute non-boss enemies 20% or less. So, Catalyst is doing some work this season. Okay. So last Blood Boil. I'm sure you can see it, but I'm at Paragon 209 now. I'm about to level up here. Um, all I've really been doing is doing nightmare dungeons all season, so and I've been able to find a pretty good amount of gear and all that. Like I said, I'm waiting to level up my glyphs past 30 until we can get my son up to 60, and then we'll run that together with him. Yeah, all my glyphs are level 30 right now, so once I start getting those up to legendary, we're going to be doing some serious business here. Okay. Let's grab that chest. There we go. Level up, level up. I got in the habit ever since all the nightmare dungeons of just like running around and completing the whole dungeon. So usually I try to power through them when I'm just doing it for the there you go. Ooh, I unlocked an aspect. Nice. All right. Got those 5 grim favors. Let's go back out and keep collecting them grim favors. I grab my drink. All right. Whisper 1 down. Or whisper, yeah, that was a whisper, I guess. All right. Where else? Here we got. Let's go get this. Ooh, a chest. Oh, since we're here, we'll just go harvest these. I didn't realize I was almost done with that. Whoa, nice. Let's go turn this cash in. Yeah, so anyway, the Balazan build. I use Rock Splitter as my basic because Rock Splitter, as you can see here, Rock Splitter increases your block chance by 15% for 5 seconds, and then every time you block, you gain vigor. So with the Quill Volley, again, requiring like a pretty solid amount of vigor for each cast, you have all these built-in regen here, and then my block chance, oops, not what I meant to do. Let's go over here and do this. Go down to block chance. Where is it? It is here. So I'm at 65%, but then because of Rock Splitter, once I start using Rock Splitter, that goes up to 80%. And then your Armored Hide also grants you 100% block for like 4 seconds, I think. So block reduction could be better. It's only 27% reduction, but not taking a whole lot of damage. Plus the barrier also helps a little bit as well. Some damage reduction, barrier bonuses. Yeah. All right. So a lot of blocking going on in this build. And then this should, oh, it's not out yet, but once I level this to 45 for every 5 strength, your poison damage goes up. Let's see, what does it say? Every 6% for every 5 strength. So once I build this, once I make that legendary, because I think we're only sitting at 31. Yeah, that's my highest. 28, 28. I was using this one, Headhunter, where this Bane one is, but I figured that poison damage would be more beneficial than a couple like attribute point boosts. Because all this does is boost normal nodes, and I was only getting like an extra 10 dex, like 2 strength and 7 intelligence. So I was like, well, let me just switch that out because I have a feeling the poison damage in this build will be more effective than a couple attribute points here and there. All right. So like I said, once I scale those glyphs up through the pit, we're going to be doing some serious damage, and I should be able to crush Torment 4 no problem. It's a gift to the tree. We'll open that. So yeah, you get a ton of stuff from getting Whisper caches this season because you're getting basically 2 caches for the price of 1. Just go over here and salvage this stuff. And got a new dungeon key. Ooh, an equipment delve. Nice. All right. I think we still had a bunch of grim favors to collect, so we'll get on top of that and get back out there and get the rest of these grim favors. Let's see. We'll go up here and then kind of make our way back down around to these. Okay. Yeah, I just been running, elixirs and incenses. Usually what I'll do what I should have done is start one of the Forgotten Wisdom Nightmare dungeons, because you could get an XP boost in those. That's a free 15% XP boost. It's pretty good. On top of, your 8% from elixir and 5% for incense. It's a pretty solid XP boost. I like using the Rock Splitter as my basic because it's a mobility skill. And the reason why that matters is because one of my rune combos, I'll just show you real quick. I don't think we're going to get attacked. My rune combos are invoke skill from another class 2 times, and then you'll get your guaranteed crit overpower. And my other skill is Decrepify. So cast 2 mobilities, which my Rock Splitter is a mobility skill. So every 2 times I cast Rock Splitter, I get a Horde Decrepify, which also further slows them, reducing damage, and you can execute them. So we're basically constantly generating crits and overpowers with this rune combo because I'm constantly generating that Decrepify, which you can see when I attack, that little sigil that appears underneath and starts slowing. That's Decrepify. So every time you see that, it's juicing this. Well, every 2 times you see that, it's functioning this rune, which basically gives me constant crits and overpowers. Um, yeah. So again, my basic is a mobility skill. And every 2 times you see the Decrepify, I'm getting guaranteed crits and overpowers for 0.35 seconds, but because I'm constantly running Decrepify, it's near constant boost to my crit and overpower. Slay ghosts. All right, so let's go back this way. So can you see that? Yeah, the number in the top right, 120 FPS. That DLSS upgrade works some serious magic for NVIDIA card users. I forgot to turn streamer mode on. Oh well. So like I said, my screen I'm playing on is in 2K, but Streamlabs or Kick and Twitch say my native source is 1080p. So I think it's because I'm running Streamlabs from one of my 1080p monitors. I don't know. I was hoping it would kind of trick it into giving me a higher bit rate or better quality at least. Oh well. I did have to turn a lot of the settings down because I'm rocking a 4060 laptop GPU. So I had to turn most of the stuff down to like medium or below. But while not streaming, I've been hanging around 150 FPS, just kind of playing on my own. So that's not terrible. 2K at 150 FPS for a laptop. All right, we'll go get this last Grim Favor down here, and then we'll look for another area. Well, the HellTide's about over with, so usually what I'll do is I'll jump into a HellTide, do the Battle Maiden, and by the time you do the Battle Maiden, usually you'll have the other side quests for Grim Favors done already, like collect cinders or kill demons or whatever. So you end up getting a bunch of Grim Favors really in a short amount of time. I like toying with the bad guys sometimes. Invasion portal. Oh no. All right, Variana, calm down. Well, Variana's taking some damage out here. All right, I think that was the last Grim Favor to collect in this area. So, 26 minutes. We'll just go up here and run these then. I usually do the dungeon first because that's worth the most amount of Grim Favors. It's worth 5. So I definitely want to make sure I get those dungeons done. Big mistake. Alderwood. Rune, nice. Woo! Yeah. This build rips, man. I don't know what the complaints are about the Balazan builds. I just put this together myself. I didn't follow anyone's builds. I just looked at the aspects. I tried to put gear together that complemented each other. And I am shredding. It goes a little slower in the nightmare dungeons, but not much. Woo. Those after death effects will still do some serious damage, so let's grab this chest. Oh, hey guys. Sometimes I letting my catalyst just disintegrate them. Ooh, radiant chest. Nice. Moon Scryer's Glade. I guess that's up here. Like I said, I'm in the habit of fully exploring dungeons now because of the a lot of the nightmare dungeon modifiers. I don't want to do that. I'll do those events if they're in nightmare dungeons because of the Obducite and XP and stuff like that, but not in regular dungeons. It's kind of a waste of time. The Den Mother, yeah. That's that. Ooh, one Grim Favor away. Ah, dang it. Accidentally pressed the button in the middle of my own cast. Okay. By the time we get there, I think we'll have enough to turn in. So the only thing I really struggle with are some elites based off their modifiers, but when I say struggle, it's like not instantly killing them is what I mean by struggle. I wonder why Variana's getting ate up so much. And, ooh, got a gross debtor inbound. I'm gonna hit him with this Vortex. Boop. Vortex knocks him down. I do like a bajillion% extra damage to knock down enemies. It's perfect. And man, one of the aspects I have is like every time you block, you have a 60 or 70% chance of a free concussive stomp. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. 10% block chance. Um, and then blocking has a 66% chance to cast free concussive stomp, which the concussive stomp knocks him down. So again, I'm doing a bajillion% damage, extra damage to knock down enemies. And it's really just about building in. Ooh. Hmm. What to do? Let's go with the helms, I guess. Let's see what we got. We Let's take a peek at the helm. 280 thorns. That's not terrible. But as you could see, my one I have on is superior. All right. Oh, kinetic suppression upgraded. Nice.
Come back if you need the force.
All right, it's time to re-up on my a lith and an igni. Nice. So let's go over here and check out my rune stash this season so far. I haven't done any tinkering at all with runes. I haven't done any cuirass runs for runes. These are just runes I've picked up so far, just BSing, doing dungeons and whisper caches and things like that. So not terrible, considering I haven't really been trying to look for runes. But also, like, the amount of time I put in doing stuff, I feel like there should be more runes. I should have more. But let's go over here and heal up, because Variana's not doing so good. Let's hit up the obols. Let's go with the boots.
Want another go? Oh, there's a shot. All right, calm down. Very nice. All right, calm down. Put it away before somebody sees.
All right, so I mean, he's been rocking out some pretty solid gear. I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, but that's where I got my chest piece from. Is this guy, and my chest piece is a 3GA. So the best piece of gear I've seen or gotten all season came from the purveyor of curiosities of all places. Uh, yeah, so let's go salvage because we're full.
Don't ruin all that work.
I just try hitting up the purveyor to get through those obols like whenever I can, because
I can
if you
handle
don't, then you'll be out doing stuff and get rewards for obols or whatever, and you'll have to town port back because they'll just leave the obols on the ground. So I just try to keep an eye on that. That way, like, I don't ever hit max amount of obols. Alrighty. Since we're in town for a second, let me go ahead and check my noties on my phone. Okay. All right. Oops. Okay, here we go. Back at it. I just got, like I said, part of the upgrades while I was not streaming for a while. I got a low profile swivelly microphone mount thing that I can mount to my desk. So works a lot better now because I can actually move the mic in various positions. So on my left side are my two monitors and my keyboard, and then my TV is right in front of me that I game off of now. So it's cool because I can just move it as needed. Woo. Anywho, all right, enough of that. Let's re-up our elixir. Like I said, I go with the iron barbs because it complements the Balazan build pretty well. Extra 250 thorns plus 50 armor. The incense for defensive I run is 400 increased thorns. Again, because it works well with Balazan. I key high up that just in case if I'm playing with my son or something, it gives him that extra armor boost. Resistance, run that, and then Spiral Morning, I run this. So I know the XP shit or the XP stats don't stack. Sorry, profanity, but I just do it for the stat boosts because I like being able to rip. So let's go back. I think there were still a couple grim favors left out there for the taking here. Yeah. Um, we'll go up and get this one, and then we'll work our way over to the event, and then this purging the cellar. All right. Back at it. Where's this dang corpse at, huh? I just love carving into packs with elites in them and just crushing them. All right, let's go get this. So I try to follow a pretty good battle rhythm with this guy, my Yaki, I think is how you say his name. I just picked a random name. So Quill Volley, basic attack, Rock Splitter, because so I'll go, throw that, then follow up. I basically teleport right behind the Quill Volleys as they're hitting, and just hit them with Rock Splitter. Seems to be working pretty well because the Quill Volley will apply vulnerable, and I have all these boosts of extra vulnerable damage. I take less damage from vulnerable enemies, so see, I try to cast the Quill Volley and then follow it up with the Rock Splitter immediately. And that at least stuns them, or, it might hit that free concussive stomp and knock them down or something like that. Because while you're rock splitting, your block chance goes up 15%. So they're getting free concussive stomps thrown at them on a constant basis around me while being slowed. Woo! Sorry, the controller was vibrating a little there, taking some damage. Yeah, having that resolve generation near constant, one of the tempers I have on my legendary gear, that's a game changer. I'm just trying to stack status effects, That's pretty much my whole goal this season. Seems to be working out pretty well. See how it knocked him down right away? Hit him with that concussive stomp. Oh, and one of the legendary nodules? Nodes? There you go. One of the legendary nodes on my Paragon board is chance to knock down vulnerable enemies. And then it gives you 30% damage to knock down enemies. So, yeah, that's the key, right? Status effects. You're slowing them, they're knocked down, poisoned, thorns, weakened from decrepify. I saw where that corpse was. I just got distracted from all the inner. And I think it was down here, wasn't it? Nope. Usually it gives a radius when you hover over that to tell you, like, how far the corpse could be. Could have sworn I saw where the corpse was. It's probably back here, I bet. No? Weird. Seems pretty far away for it to be out here still. I bet it's down there somewhere. Weird. Usually it doesn't take this long to find these corpses. Ooh. Bunch of gem fragments. Let's see. Let's check up here. Nope. Okay. Oh, I was already up there because I got that chest. I definitely remember seeing it somewhere. And then blasting right by it. Alright, I'm going to look up here one more time, and then if we don't see it, we're just going to go to that to purge the cellar event. Oh, this is a public event. I'm so silly. I was looking for a corpse because I thought it was like find the corpse event. So silly. I was gonna say, I don't know how I haven't satisfied that one yet. I killed like 5 elites in there. Hmm. Oh, cool. Nice. One more to go. I gotta let them come in here before I start wiping everybody. There we go. It's one more enemy. There he is. All right, let's go get that cellar. Where is it? Okay, I guess it's back here. Yeah. Overgrown outpost. Got a pretty good amount of obols. All right, time to find another area. I think we got everything. Yep. Alrighty. The HellTide just started. Let's go get those. What'll happen is I'll probably get those whispers before I end up getting through the battle maiden. A little bit of lag going on. Very exciting. So I got 5 to go. Okay. So let's get over there. Oh, baby. I'm getting jiggy with it here. Causing some chaos here. Wreaking some havoc. Aw, man. Thought we got her. Ooh, baby. That was fun. Just trying to get my gear, boss. Oh, there's a rune over there. Whoop. All right, let's go over here. I gotta go back and turn in that cache. Just gotta find like a calm area. All right. Alrighty, and that was that.
It is done.
What we got here? Ooh, 352 armor. Hmm. Ooh, unique quarterstaff. Well, let's see what else. We're out of Kepaleke. I already have a 1 GA version of it in my stash. Ooh. That 2 GA ring, I think that was what it was. Let's see. 15% attack speed. Yeah. Really digging the ring combo I have set up because I feel like they play off of each other, so I don't really want to come off my Ring of Midday Hunt or my Wound Drinker. I think they're complementing my build pretty well. Ooh. Aspect upgraded. Let's go back there and get the rest of those Grim Favors. Which are Slay Harbingers, Cultists, and Open Tortured Gifts. Alright, let's get on that Tortured Gift. Okay. 150, nice. Variana's been getting beat down this session so far. Let's see. I got 33 minutes. Okay. Let's make our way over towards the Grand Cache or whatever it is. Whoa. Dude's crazy fast. I'm at like 150% speed boost, movement speed or whatever. Dang, I'm only at 131 cinders after all that. Nowhere near enough to get this chest. And there's these other guys. Maybe run the Battle Maiden a few more times. I don't know. We'll see. Let's go back that way. Need a lot more cinders to open that chest. Let's get back up here and get busy. Oh, I didn't even see that chest there. Nice. Nice. Leveled up, baby. Yep, your boy just jamming. Oh, I'm at 267 cinders too. Didn't even realize. Looked like there was a minion necro there, and their minions just destroyed the battle maiden. All right, so now let's go back over here and get the big chest. Have 348 cinders. More than enough. Oh, I still got to get cultists too. Nice. Oh, wow. A lot of legendaries. All right, so what else we got here? Harbingers, cultists, and one more tortured gift. Okay, so that's over here. Let's go grab that. And I guess we just got to run around looking for harbingers after that. Okay. We just have the Harbingers one, I think, left. Oh, and cultists. Okay. Let's try to find us some cultists. I don't want to go in there. There is a chest in there, though. Oh, and there's other whispers must have just showed up because now I'm getting credit for these Sarkova path. Oh yeah, see, nice. Perfect. I like when that works because I don't have to leave this area when the HellTide's over. Let's go down here. I think we're pretty close, yeah, to having enough to get this. Let's get it while we're over here. Okay, that was that. I guess let's keep going. Instantly vaporize that dude. Okay. Let's make our way up to this guy. Okay. tons of those ravenous soul spires, man. Those 3 in a row. Okay, what else we got left here? Cultists, vampires, that's part of the normal thing, though. Normal whispers. Okay, let's, I guess, go up here. Try to get that whisper. All right. I guess let's go up here and grab this too while we're at it. Let's purge this cellar up here. All right, let's go turn that cash in. Get that wisp cash.
It is done.
They're always back.
We can do no more here.
Gotta go salvage because I'm full. Grab this rest of this stuff over here. Got some uniques. Wow, no GA Balazan. What's this? Soul Brand. Okay. Terrible gear, but I do have better gear than that, so
Come back if you need the forge.
almost maxed out on these bad boys. All right. Let's go drop off some of these boss keys. Got one left in that one. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I got tons of keys for Grigwar, not so many keys for everyone else. Let's see, 468 ovals. Let's just throw in some of that.
Oh, there's a shiny fella.
Okay. See what kind of keys we got here. Might jump on this Forgotten Wisdom. Forgotten Wisdom. Equipment delve. Oh, nice. I hate those Stormbane's Wrath where that thing follows you around and explodes every so often. Not great. All right, so let's go ahead, I guess, and run the. Let's get rid of some of these keys first. Let's see, Wallers. I start with the Stormbane's Wrath. Always get rid of those. Blood blisters. That's not terrible. Just got to get rid of some of them, you know? That should be good. Forgotten Wisdom, where did you go? There it is. So we're going to do this to get the that 15% XP boost for free. Let's get our elixir going. Okay, let's do this. Explore the hive. All right, cool. So I wish your pet could pick these XP orbs up. That would be great. Because usually they don't show up till you've left the area, which I don't get that, but okay. Oh, there's the XP well right there. Nice. Let's go. Well, there's XP orbs. See, that's what I'm saying. So I gotta run back constantly and check for them. Really, like I said, the XP boost is worth it by itself. So if you miss some XP orbs, it's 15,000 XP though. With all these boosts going, XP boosts. Holy crap. Stuck on an obstacle there for a second. Lots of chests in this dungeon. I don't typically see that many, like, regular chests. Okay. So a lot of these nightmare dungeons have like secondary objectives. Like this one is the Animus Carrier one, which usually means you do it and it'll open up a treasure chest door like the treasure vault or wherever that is in the dungeon, you know. So since you're already getting better in Torment X3 XP, it's not a terrible idea to run through and explore everything. Plus Abducite, you know, the chance for these enemies to drop Abducite. Okay, that's a boss fight up there, the health well. Got a ton of XP out of this one. Each one of those orbs is 15,000 XP, so it's worth it to explore and kill more enemies. Alright, I'm almost at 212 already, you know, after that one dungeon. This is where I get a little worried still, these boss fights on Torment and Nightmare dungeons. Especially since I don't have all my hunters not ready, so I'm just gonna walk around until that cooldown. I like hitting my armored hide and then ultimating into the boss fight because it ups your ferocity right away. Which, you know, having ferocity helps my poison move faster, all that. And then attack speed up per stack, all that. So tons of benefits. Nothing to worry about, I guess. That was pretty fast. All right, so I didn't get all the animus, but that's okay. Mm, Where my marker's up here, 53 minutes. HellTide's over in 7 minutes. Uh, yeah, let's just port back up there so we can clear out that cellar and get that grim favor for the cellar. Plus, I think I still have a bunch of cinders too. Yeah, 180 cinders. So let's see. Actually, we'll drop a waypoint right here, grab that chest, and then we'll get the cellar, clear that out. I try maximizing the cinders, you know, like it's literally a free chest. You just have to go grab it. I don't want to run that event. Oh, obelisk, huh? I just came over here to get this chest, guys. Ooh, 2 GA gloves. Vulnerable damage. Oh, and Quill Volley. Oh, yeah. All right. Hell yeah. That's a good upgrade because I have my GAs on my other gloves as vulnerable damage. And now I get another GA +4 Quill Volley. Heck yeah. I can temper the barrier gen and knock down enemies, so I'm not so worried about that. Awesome. And that's from a free chest, you know? I think I got them all. Oh, there's one over there. All right, ooh, what's going on over here? Hi, guys. What's going on here, fellas? Down with the sickness, baby. Oop. It's a big ass druid. Oh man, I thought he teleported. That was a harbinger that I basically just vaporized. All right, ooh, a chest. Nice. I got him. Uh-oh. Try to sneak up on me. Not today. All right, let's get in here and get this Grim Favor. What are these? Endurant Faith. Eh. Can't believe I got those gloves, man. What a super good upgrade. That's what I'm saying, man. HellTide chests, it's a way to go. I think we might be able to get to that one. I just don't want to, I don't like wasting the cinder, so I try to make sure I get as many chests as I possibly can. Especially the odds of, dropping decent gear out of them is significant, as you just witnessed. There was just a chest there. Strange. There was just a chest. Okay, so it's still showing a chest, but that was odd.
Carving meat from bone is my specialty.
Uh, ooh. That knockdown is brutal. Ooh. Hi guys. Bye guys. Minute and a half. I think we can get there. Ooh. Got nailed by one of those lava rains. Nice. All right, that's pretty much everything. Let's go ahead and back. Kind of regroup for a second. Salvage some stuff. Whew. Oh yeah, I forgot about those gloves already. Ooh wee. What a good get. So I'll lose some dexterity. It's about 1,000 damage. It's okay. Damage isn't really the problem right now, so
The forge is ready for whatever you need.
okay, we'll keep on hanging on to those. Let's go grab. Oh, let's hit the health because Variana's just getting tore up out there for some reason. Okay, I think we got everything. HellTide's over. Oh, I didn't get this dungeon up here. All right, let's head back. Go up there and grab that dungeon and get those free 5 Grim Favors. All right. Sorry, I keep bumping into my mic, so I'm first time streaming using my new setup here. Hmm. Nothing over there. All right, get these grim favors. Slay the night hunters. All right. Ooh, almost ran right by that treasure chest. Gotta walk my dog. Got some house chores to do still. The wifey's picked up a shift at work today, so figured I would do this since it's been a minute. Shout out to Salty Vet. I don't know if anyone's gonna watch this or not, but he shouted me out on X regiment member. I'm gonna have to adjust the font in game because it's getting into my chat there. That's okay. Yeah, that was one of the things that came out with one of their updates was like the chat options in your option settings, like for font size. It seems like large is like incredibly huge now. $600 million gold. I haven't sold any gear or anything like that, or that's just gold I've picked up playing the game so far this season. All right. Whoa. All that gold shooting out everywhere. It's from that shrine. Whoa. A party up in here. Was a party up in there. Okay, let's go deposit this piece here. Other pieces this way. Yeah, I'm not sure what all the complaints are about the Balazan builds. Like I said, I didn't follow a build guide. I just tried to pair things that I thought would work well together, and I'm crushing. Not really having to worry about a whole lot here. And my resistances aren't maxed out yet either. My cold and lightning are at like 54%, I think it was. Ooh-wee, that was cool. She's gonna turn into a demon. This is a trick. Ooh. Let's run over here, see what's over this side. I was hoping to level up. I'm doing this dungeon. I don't think I'm gonna get there yet. Altar of Immolation. Nah, I don't want to do events. I'll do them, but I don't like doing them in regular dungeons because it's a waste of time, honestly. I'm just here to get the Grim Favors. Alrighty. There we go. Almost leveled up. So what we're gonna do, we'll oops. This is what I meant to do. We're gonna run around till I hit 212, and then we'll sign off for the day. Put us right around 2 hours for the day. Not bad for my first stream back in a month. I try to limit my streams at about 2 hours because that's where I start getting burned out at. So, what's this? Oh, Beast and Iced. I don't know if I can wipe them on T3 just yet. I probably could, but of course, all the enemies out here are gone. Just trying to look for some guys to level up to 212. Hang it. There's nothing over there. I already know that. I guess let's do this event right here.
The killers are likely still about. That's one. Get that one. There's one. Get that one.
Shut up, Subo. Get that one. There's one. There's like 500 of these dudes, man.
That's one. Get that one. That's one.
There we go.
I need to make amends for much.
Got a pretty good amount of gear out of it, too. All right. So we're going to go back and check the gears out, salvage some stuff. I might apply my skill point. And that's going to be a day for me today. Let's apply the skill point. All right, let's see. There's no more skill or strength nodes in there, I don't think. All right, so now we get to kind of... Here's my Paragon board. Got revealing. That was clutch. Once I hit this, it was like the build totally changed. Let's see. 76 bonus to all rare nodes. I think I got them both. Vulnerable damage. Critical strike damage. What we got over here? Resistance to all elements. Might not be a terrible one to get. Yeah, let's just start grabbing those then. All right, we'll go salvage. And that's going to do it for me today, y'all. So if you tuned in, I sure do appreciate it. I don't know when I'll be streaming again. Hopefully sometime this week. I don't know about tomorrow or anything like that. I still got to try to hammer out a little bit better of a schedule. But like I said, I'll get on X and do my little I'm streaming live now thing when I am. And like I said, if you tuned in, I appreciate it. And that's going to do it for me today. Y'all take it easy. And we'll see you next time.